What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City preview. This time we're going to be previewing the Tottenham Hotspur away match in the Champions League quarter-final first leg. So we're going to preview this game, talk about all the talking points, and there's quite a few talking points, including this is the first European game and City's first appearance at Tottenham Hotspur's new stadium. So we're going to crack on with this video. This match is an 8 PM kickoff GMT. It's Tottenham Hotspur's new stadium. Like I said, it's only their second game in this new stadium. Their first match obviously was last midweek in a Premier League game in a 2-0 home victory for Spurs over Crystal Palace. That was their first win in 6 Premier League games. However, sandwiched between them Premier League games was a good home victory over Borussia Dortmund 3-0 and also a 1-0 away win against Borussia Dortmund 2. Both of them excellent results. If you remember, Tottenham were targeting a lot their set pieces, they were defending extremely well and put their chances away, so they'll be looking to replicate that in this game against us. Looking at Tottenham's last starting 11, Danny Rose ended up starting on left wing rather than left wing back or left back. He started on left wing. It was strange, but this is due to Lamela having, I think it was a hamstring injury, so he probably won't be playing in this game. There's also doubts over Eric Dyer and Sergio Aurier, so they probably won't be playing either for Tottenham Hotspur. So I'm wondering if we're going to see Rose going at left wing again and seeing Ben Davies going in at left back, or whether we might see Lucas Moura come in. We might see Son even switch over to that side. As mentioned, Tottenham's threats up front coming from Harry Kane, Christian Eriksen and also Son, so there's a lot of pace there and a lot of quality. One thing that will win Tottenham this game, if they are going to win this game though, will come from midfield. You have to be extremely aggressive in midfield to be able to dictate a game against Manchester City, and it comes in the form of Sissoko and Alli. Now, Alli tends to have a little bit of an aggressive side to his nature, where he tends to do stupid things at times when he gets riled up. We saw it, I think it was last season at the Etihad with Alli, so that might be a way forward for City, try and get into his head. However, I feel like for this game, Manchester City will probably go a little bit more conservative, hold back just a little bit more and assess the pitch, assess the situation and assess Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham, I'd imagine it's probably going to be a sellout crowd, their first big European match in their brand new stadium. It's going to be a cracking atmosphere, it's going to be quite hostile, and they're going to be right behind Tottenham. And so it should make for a very good game and a very firm test here for Manchester City. Of course, we've played an abundance of games in the last couple of weeks. We played this weekend, we played against Brighton on that big Wembley pitch in a narrow 1-0 victory, whereas Tottenham had, well, the weekend off. So they're well rested. Manchester City are having to use the Valley at Charlton Stadium to train. They've had massages straight after the game in the dressing room at Wembley to help prepare for this game. So Manchester City literally going to have not a lot of preparation for this game. However, the players have played a lot of minutes and a lot of games, so they've got the match preparation there where they're not going to work on it too much in training. Instead, they're going to be working on studying this pitch, sussing Tottenham Hotspur, sussing their weakness, basically using knowledge as their power to try and get through this game. But it's very unpredictable. I don't know anything about Tottenham Stadium. I know nothing about the pitch other than it's got the same dimensions as the Etihad Stadium. It's bigger than what White Hart Lane's old pitch was. That was very narrow. That was more like Anfield's pitch. And so are Tottenham going to be able to go back to that pressing football? I'm not too sure. The pitch size, it suggests that it suits Manchester City because it's the same size as the Etihad, but most Premier League grounds are that size. And so it's a very difficult game. Like I said, Tottenham will be extremely motivated for this game. It's a game, it's the first big European game after all. They're not motivated for this. When are they going to be? So it's important that City stick to their game plan and play as well as possible. They need a good performance here. They need a good performance. We didn't play brilliantly in the last few games. We've been kind of coasting along and winning. Can't be coasting along in this game. We need to be at our absolute best, and so in my opinion the strongest team has to go out for this game. Never mind thinking about the Premier League, just think of this game and then think on to the next game. Now for Manchester City, Walker and Aguero are a doubt, so we might see Danilo and Jesus start. Fabian Delph, he's been training, whether he's going to a feature in the squad or not, I'm not too sure, but Bravo and Zinchenko will be out. Aguero has trained. He's a doubt, but he has trained. I'm not too sure if Walker has or not, but Manchester City, like I said, they've been training on the pitch at Charlton, and now fairly sure I read that they're going to go to Tottenham's new ground and they're going to train on it. I presume that's going to be tonight, and so they get a rough idea of the size of the pitch, the size of the stadium, and try and suss it out a little bit and get some more knowledge on the pitch and on the stadium too. Like I said, it's unpredictable. Tottenham's only played on it once. We haven't got much knowledge. They're not playing on Wembley's big massive pitch now, and so that information that we've got there, kind of useless, but I imagine Tottenham won't kind of disregard their playing style from what they played on Wembley, from what they'll play in this game. I imagine that they'll be targeting the set pieces like they did against Borussia Dortmund, putting the ball in the back of the net and working the ball as quickly as possible, being aggressive in the middle and trying to utilise players like Son out wide and getting players like Eriksen and Kane involved as much as possible. I wouldn't be surprised to see Moura start because he's an extremely quick player. So we'll have to wait and see. One area for Manchester City to target with Aurier being injured. I don't feel like Kieran Trippier's had the best of seasons, and so pace out wide might be useful. So if we're going to go with Bernardo Silva on the wings, it might be useful then having Raheem Sterling or Leroy, Sane, whoever they decide to start, going on the left and having the stretch of his legs and being able to outpace him there, because he isn't the quickest of players, Kieran Trippier. So I'm going to pop up my team prediction now. This to me is the strongest team Manchester City can go with, unless Aguero and Walker are both fit to go. Then obviously Walker at right back, Aguero up front. So I've gone with Edison in goal. I've gone for Danilo right back, Mendy left back. Mendy came off as a substitute. He's fit to go. He's feeling okay. Should be starting in this game, in my opinion. Stones and Laporte. Wouldn't be surprised to see Company's had a lot of rest. However, strongest centre-backs for me are Stones and Laporte, so I've gone for him. I've gone for Fernandinho, Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne. I wasn't too sure. Gundogan seems to play... I have a feeling that Manchester City is just going to try and play that little bit deeper in this game, assess the situation and see where we go from there. And being able to do that, unfortunately, means sacrificing one of De Bruyne or David Silva. De Bruyne is a little bit more defensive-minded, a little bit deeper, and so we might go with a little bit more of a conservative 3 in the middle and go with Fernandinho, Gundogan and De Bruyne. Means then Tottenham haven't really got the power to be able to deal with Manchester City's midfield, particularly with Bernardo Silva, who likes to cut central too. It can end up very disjointed in the middle, but it can end up being packed in there. Being able to deal with that is work it out wide. So obviously it'd be handy if we had Walker, because he's quick being fit, and Mendy also being quick. And so they might utilise the wing backs to overlap the midfield and then cut it back in for whoever we go with up front, which I imagine if Aguero is fit, it will be him. So I've gone with him, Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling. Bernardo Silva has to start in this game, surely. Leroy Sane is a player that misses out, but I've missed out David Silva and Sane. These are players that have to come off the bench no matter what the score is, because they offer too much to the team. But the players that I put out there, that's what I'd go for. Pep might disagree, so I'd love to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. And let me know your team prediction and your score prediction in the comments below too. But it's difficult, this one. I don't know what to go for. A draw, to me, is a very good result, because I don't know what to expect. This is a game where it could finish 3-0 Manchester City, tie dead. It could also finish 3-0 Tottenham Hotspur if they put their chances away. It's a dangerous game. It's just like the match at Anfield without the hostility there outside of the stadium and the pitch being a little bit bigger. It's a difficult game. I don't like facing English sides in the Champions League. I'd have much preferred this at the Etihad first. So obviously, because Tottenham don't like coming to the Etihad, and it's a very difficult away ground where there'd be a little bit more... not laissez-faire, but a little bit more reserved and holding back, just like I think Man City will here. I think it'd be dangerous to go in and just expect the team to be able to play attacking, high-pressing football from minute 1 through to minute 90. Tottenham's got enough quality and legs in their team to be able to deal with that and get a result from this stadium. And so I'm looking for Manchester City not to lose this game. I think if we don't lose this game, we've got... we're favourites for the tie. Tottenham's got it all to do at the Etihad, and so we have to kind of turn this around. Rather than it being in Tottenham's advantage, being at home first, turn it into our advantage, get that result, get them back to the Etihad with them needing to do something. That will open up Tottenham, and that will suit us just fine and dandy, in my opinion. So I'm going for a 1-1. I'm tempted to go here for a 2-2. It isn't a disaster if this finishes a narrow loss for Manchester City, as long as there's away goals. So if it finishes 2-1, for example, we know that a 1-0 or a 2-0 or a 2-1 will send it to extra time, but a 1-0 or a 2-0 win at the Etihad will see us go through. So if we lose 3-2 would be a great result for Tottenham through winning, but it's also a good result. We've got 2 away goals. It means that Tottenham have to go to the Etihad and not lose. That is difficult. So we want to, if we're going to lose narrowly, lose by 1, more away goals the better. That's the situation we're in. City will be motivated, Tottenham will be motivated. This is going to be a cracking game, I am sure, which naturally means it will finish 0-0, which is dangerous. But you know, it's unpredictable, this game, and so we're going into the unknown. Exciting, but nervous at the same time. You're not a Manchester City fan unless you're nervous before games, really though, are you? So there we go, that's been the video. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you slap a like on this video. Make sure you press the red button, subscribe, press the bell, put your push notifications on. We'll have an analysis up on Wednesday morning of this game. This game is on April 9th, Tuesday, 8 PM, like I said, GMT. So wherever you are in the world, it'll be on TV somewhere. You'll be able to watch the game. Just convert the time zone. It's 8 PM GMT over here in the United Kingdom. Don't forget to check out my social media links in description below, and I'll see you all again for the next video. We'll have a day off tomorrow because I'm just tired. I've just done so many videos recently, so I'm going to have a much needed day off. I'm going to enjoy my day off, then come right back into it again going forwards for these huge games coming up. Focus one game at a time is my recommendation. So there we go, it's been the video. I'll see you all again for the next one. So it's been JSGC. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy the game. Fingers crossed we'll get a good result. Peace. Ciao for now.